I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
Speaking of exciting, we finally got some exciting episodes in Anime Book Club this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, for sure we did, bro. Like this was I mean, I feel like of the three, the first one was really like on some shit. And we really gotta like dig deep.
Yeah, guys, it's time for Anime Book Club. We are watching the original 1997 Berserk. And for this week we watched episodes 10 through 12. So spoilers ahead, and let's just get into the shit because I watched them today and I'm just like I can't wait to discuss.
Yep.
We'll do a kind of like a quick rundown of all three, and then we'll just go into details as they discuss and whatnot. So basically, the first episode is we get the continuation of the one before, where we actually get Guts going for the assassination of Julius, which of course does not go smoothly. So he ends up killing Julius, and he's just in attack mode, and the little dude, his name was Adonis, right?
Yeah, Adonis.
Yeah, he pops in, and I think he was a prince, right?
No, he was Julius's son, but yeah. So since Julius is supposed to be next in line, which is incest, right?
No, yes, because Julius is the
brother.
Her uncle.
Yeah.
Like Gus just murks. He's like, "Oh my god, he saw!" And just I wasn't expecting it to happen, and just stabs him up against the wall. That was like one of those like oh shit moments. And then when he realizes, he's like, "Oh my god," and he like holds his hand as he dies, and he's like, "Shit, I gotta get out of here!" And literally just kills everyone in his way, and gets away because literally killed all of the survivors and manages to escape after taking an arrow and whatnot. He's just a broken man for the rest of this episode. When he tries to find Griffith, he's like, we gotta talk. He sees him talking to the princess. I can't remember her name right now. What's her name? Charlotte. There you go. Yeah, he's talking to her, and she's like, oh, but you have your friends. You're so charismatic, all that stuff. And Julius says the last thing homie would have wanted to hear. And he basically just goes, we not friends, bro. They just serve me. Real friend. He's like, person I like with a friends is someone I consider an equal. It's none of them though. And my son Gus out here got hit hard. Then the second episode, so episode 11, it's called The Battle, and it's because it ends up being one of the battles that should tie the that can end the war. So it's kind of like an all-out battle supposed to be. Things get a little crazy. I'm pretty sure we all thought the same thing, but literally, even before we saw more, when the battle started, we see Casca over here like, Jesus, not now. Why does it happen now? And she's off her game. So I'm like, sis got her period, yo. And she almost gets killed by that bum ass dude from the whale things. Almost gets killed by her because she's off her game, and Gus saves her. But as she like starts to faint to fall off like a cliff, Gus grabs her and then gets shot in the side, and they both fall. So they drop off this cliff into a river and shit. And then Griffith is left with a dilemma where it's like, yo, do we like, I want to go search for them, and his company wants to go search for them, but at the same time they got to finish this battle, and they can't, give the army time to ease up and shit. And if I remember, that should be pretty much most, general summary of episode 11. Episode 12, we find some backstory. We get some backstory on Casca. So we find out how she met Griffith, how she joined the army. And then we also find out what Griffith was like before Guts got there, and why Casca hates Guts so much. So, let's just do the discussion. Now we'll do the discussion episode by episode. So, episode 10, thoughts.
Yo, honestly,
Crazy.
I'm watching this episode, and like I'm just going by piece, and I'm like, yo,
shooketh.
I was like, yo, Guts is a beast because he really like ruthlessly killed homie and then killed Adonis. Like he didn't even think twice about it. Like he just drove a sword through my man's heart, and he was like, "Damn, gotta do what I gotta do." Then he started
he
killing them
realized,
damn
and he was
night.
like, "Oh God."
Yeah, what have I done? I mean, I
And
was happy that he got away because I didn't want him to get bagged. As
yeah, I didn't
fucked up
either.
as that may
I
seem.
thought when he fell into the sewer with the thing with the arrow in his arm, I was like, okay, maybe this is how he loses his arm. It gets infected. It's like some bullshit, right? But the main thing I felt about this episode was he actually showed some remorse for killing Adonis because he saw himself in Adonis.
Exactly. You saw that scene before when he was getting fucked up by old dude, and then you got the flashback of him later on fighting the old dude that he used to look up
Gambino.
to, and Gambino, right? And it's like, damn, he ain't even get a chance to like even come into contact. I mean, like Adonis didn't even get a chance to grow up, and it's so ironic because the best part of this episode, despite all the action that's going on, is a conversation that Griffith is having with Charlotte, because we really get a more in-depth look of kind of what Griffith is actually like, and because he's choosing to be vulnerable and be honest, and like we get to hear what he's really thinking, and even though he doesn't know that Casca and
Guts.
and Guts are like listening. It's like some things that he said were like really crazy. Like we're even talking about like how crazy he was. Like Guts was killing all of the people. And one of the things that Griffith said is that like, yo, why do men commit to the affair of bloodshed? And it's so crazy that he said that because ironically he was the one that went and told him to go kill Julius. You know, it was even crazier like when he was talking about dreams, and when he said that a dream can forge a man's life or bring suffering upon it. And it's like we seeing for the first time kind of what, and in the later episodes we kind of understand like what Julius's dream is. It's just very like that whole conversation was just so interesting to me.
Oh, for sure. He low-key starts dropping some bars.
He did.
Yeah.
No, he definitely did. You know what is
Also-
funny? This episode reminds me. You ever do like a stealth mission in a video game and you mess up, so then you gotta actually like take off your silencer and actually like go loud through the mission. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Yeah,
But
it's Assassin's Creed when you try to do a stealth
yep.
assassination, but your level's a little bit lower, so you can't kill him in one blow. And they call the guards. You're like, fuck, now I gotta fight my way out.
Oh, that is perfect. But no, the bars that Griff was spitting is crazy. I think the vulnerability of him with a woman that he likes is a very interesting concept. Like he's actually divulging basically like his soul to her. Basically, Mac can be like telling her what she wants to hear. Like, oh my gosh, he's so deep. She even says, I've never had this type of conversation with a guy like you
What a
before.
man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
But she goes, she was like, she's seen him as a guard, she saw him as a child, and now she's talking to him as a philosopher. Like, my son's giving her flavors.
oh boy, Griffith got the game, but then he didn't know that Caskin and Guts was listening. I think I think it struck a nerve with Guts more so not the friends part, but the why men kill. And I don't
Yes,
think
exactly.
that Guts has a purpose. I think he's still trying to find his purpose in life, and I think that's why he took up with Griffith and the Band of Hawks. I think he's still searching for like a reason, honestly, to live.
Yeah, Griffith has been his purpose since he got forced into joining.
Yep.
Because he literally in the beginning he goes, I don't know, like he puts himself in these dangerous situations, and he's like, I don't know why I just instinctively, like, why do I have this survival instinct? Like, what is it? Like, it's like he would just try and put it the test at all time, and now it's like he got someone to acknowledge and believe in him, which is Griffith, and that gave him that reason. He's like, yo, like, he even said it when he had the flashback to Gambino, where he's like, I just wanted him to appreciate me. And now he has someone that he respects appreciating him, and it's kind of given him a reason. So now that he said that, it's like, yo, like, I don't know what I'm doing. And even the fact that, like, this is someone who he looked up to, and then Griffith's saying, I think it's both of it, but definitely more the killing. now that you like bring it up. But definitely he's like, yo, this is someone who, you know, like he's saying that we're not friends and things like that. But at the same time, I feel like Griffith does think Guts as a higher up than everyone else. And the last thing for this episode, I don't know, definitely add in more if you guys have more for this episode. But I don't know if you guys noticed, in all the other scenes, Griffith's eyes are different. Not like when he goes Hawkeye, like in the other stuff, but like he has like, it seems like they added more shadow under his eyes. Like he looks more like stressed and like kind of tired.
Yeah, I noticed that a little bit. I
thought
think
it was just me.
Yeah, until you just pointed out, I didn't realize it, but yeah, facts. Like you actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like they just added more shadow to it as he's starting to think of like where he's like, yo, I just plotted an assassination. Like
that was wild. The look he gave once when the messenger came and said, "Oh, the your uncle and your nephew are dead." Yo, did you the look he was giving behind her? That evil look,
bro. He
yo,
gave
that
that.
shit was
He gave that
sending me.
Kawhi little smile.
Word. And at the very end of the episode, he knows that the minister, because the minister was trying to get at him and be like, "Yo, you plotted to kill him," and he ain't budge. Yo, he knows that the minister tried to kill him because the minister was giving off mad information that was he didn't have to give off. That was kind of incriminating him. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I heard that it was an assassination on you, not the princess." That's what people's streets is saying. Griffith streets is saying that DA's trying to get you out the paint. Man,
homie looked up and Griffith was looking back, and then he just turned around. I'm like, oh yeah, it's clip. But it's like I can only imagine what's gonna happen next in that regard because
she was like, does he know? And then when Griffith go Hawkeye, son, I understand why it's the band of Hawks. My son be staring into his soul.
That eagle vision, like in
Assassin's Creed.
Like Assassin's Creed, yeah.
All right, so the next episode 11 is that battle. So it's that, and then I think it's, does Casca wake up in this episode, or is that the next episode?
Oh well, the episode starts off with it starts off with Griffith about to go to war, and then Charlotte runs down the stairs and is like, "Yo, Griffith, take this little necklace so you can come back to me." And Casca was listening to the conversation. She was hurting her, and I felt that pain. Oh man, shame. You hate to see it, but then they go off to war, and niggas is fighting, and then
Casca gets her period. As soon as she went, "Why now?" I was like, "Yo, did she get her period?"
Nah, honestly, I think she was still bothered from the conversation that she had with.
Nah, bro, she got her period, dog.
It was something physical. It was like a physical, like pain.
She got her period, dog.
You think that's really what it is? What gave y'all that indication? Maybe I missed something.
Okay, so first
she doubles over on the horse.
Yeah, it starts up with her like, "Oh my god, why now?" And she grabs her stomach, and I'm like, the only thing that it could have been, it's that. Pregnant. It's that's what I was thinking. I was like, "There's no way she's pregnant because the only one she would give it up to is Griffith, and that's not happening." So that's what I was thinking. I was like, period or pregnant, and I was like, no, she couldn't have slept anymore, so it had to be period. And then she's getting all the effects. She passes out, and then as you find out later, when Guts like strips her, they just show the streak of blood. And I kept doubling back on that because you see the thing of blood, and he goes, "Geez," he's like, "It really is hard to be a woman." So it's that.
That's why he said that. Okay, all right.
So it was that, and then I wanted to confirm. And they were like, yeah, because they can't be graphic in the anime, so they're not going to show it like directly.
Even though they're going to show Casca's titties the next episode as a youngin, but whatever.
Yeah,
sorry,
I know.
Right?
Well, you know what's wild? How they had the nipples there as a youngin, but they didn't have it in the scenes where she's older. I was like, what is happening,
bro? Like what? Like why? Like why? Why is this not making sense? This is making no sense.
So also in the battle when she's fighting with the whale dude.
The whale dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm just
commander.
calling.
He was funny.
Lobowitz?
Yeah, something like that. Some weird name.
So when she's like fighting with him, he keeps giving her shit for being a woman. So it's more into that, and it is like she got her period though. So that's why I was like, oh man, is Gus finally gonna get to smash those cakes to smithereens? But then
your first red stripe period. Oh my god,
red stripe. No, I'm saying I thought that was gonna happen. Where I was like, oh, maybe she's not, but it was like, nope, red stripe.
Yeah, that was wild. Oh man.
But yeah, so fight happens. They get split up, and then I think does that episode end with that? That's what I'm saying. Did she wake up this episode?
No, she wakes up in
after they
the.
fell off. Yeah, she wakes up in the next episode.
Okay, so the episode ends with them just falling, right?
He brings her to the shore, does CPR, and then wraps.
And make sure she's valid.
Yeah,
She
and then
has a
he
fever.
takes their clothes off and then huddles together for warmth, like she did him. Like
Yeah,
And that's what he did. He says that damn, it really is hard to be a girl.
yes, and then that's the end.
You don't really realize how big this nigga is until you see the size comparison. I'm like, yo, this man is a giant.
For real.
You know what he is?
Pause.
You know what he is?
What?
Massive.
Y'all
That was a
niggas
callback. That was a callback to
I know.
our older episode.
Yeah, I know, John. I know.
All right, cool.
Ooh, I want something new.
Next episode is really backstory on Casca and like just shows
A little insight into Griffith as well.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a little more into Griffith. And first off, yo, Casca's a bitch. I mean, she's justifiably a bitch, but she's a bitch, bro.
Oh, she is.
She woke up and she really punched my son in the neck. Like, why?
First thought was to fight him. Like, what?
Yeah, she was like, yo, I would have rather got rescued by anybody but you. Like, damn, that would fuck with me. That my son guts got tight.
Bro. He was like, damn, she really does hate me. Shit.
He was like, damn, I don't know why you hate me so much. Like, yo, if you was anybody else, not a woman, I would dislocate your jaw. That's crazy.
Nah, see, my son Guts literally was like, "Oh man, I can understand why you're mad." And then when she said, "I wish it was anyone else," he was like, "Nah. Now you went too far."
Did it feel too predictable though? The backstory, like,
yeah, no, it definitely did. Definitely did. I knew it was gonna happen before
Griffith's part.
Oh yeah, when they found out that Griffith was out here tricking.
son, yo, that was the part I was like, yo, I can't wait to get to the podcast. Like, yo, my man was out here throwing it back for horses and cash. Oh my gosh,
someone's bringing that corner, boy.
Son, he really was. Yo, he had the horses in the back for real. Crazy. Oh man. Nah,
yeah, and it's wild, bro, because it gave some more depth to him as a character, not just him taking it in the rear, but also just the fact that it felt like he needed to, after where she goes, yo, that's the most depressed I ever seen him, was when that kid who wanted to be a knight was in our army and we saw him dead on the battlefield. And as much as he says he doesn't feel it, you can tell that he does with that. And it's like he literally was just like, yo, like, I'm doing this because I don't want to, like, if I can minimize the fighting and all that stuff. He was like, it shouldn't be. He's like, I don't feel bad for people who willingly decide to come fight and die because, you know, that's their choice. But that doesn't mean that this should just be an easy decision for me to send people to go die. Like, it shouldn't just be like, I shouldn't just have to think about myself. You know what I mean? I should do everything I can to limit that. And like, that's where it really gives an insight to him as a leader. And it's just like how hard he took that. And then how he
took it hard, right?
Yep. Wow, I just got it.
Oh my god,
that ain't right.
Yeah, so that, and then where Casca goes, yo, and then things changed when you came. Then he changed all over again, and like you started getting all the stuff, and I couldn't understand it. And she was bitter and shit. But then that's also, like, my theory is that where he goes, the only person that I could think of as being a friend, someone who wants to do their own dream, like pursue their own dream, even if mine gets in the way. But I was like, so why did he think so highly of Guts? Does he actually think they're the closest to equals? But then we know Guts doesn't have a reason to live. So that's why I'm like,
Well, that's, I think the reason why he envies, I think he sees something in Guts. I don't know what exactly it is yet.
Oh my god, maybe it's the fact that he was just living and wasn't being driven through such hardships by a dream.
Probably. But I think that's the thing. That's the reason, that's the thing that separates Guts from Casca. Casca's not living for a dream. Her, like, she doesn't have an individual. She's living for Griffith. She literally said, I want to be his sword. Right? Everything she says and does in life is to protect him because he's helped save her when she was a kid. Right? So she's not living for herself. She's living for Griffith, which is probably why that he's like, he's not as close to her And maybe she finally realized. Well, no, I guess she didn't realize that because she's like, why you? But yeah, nah. My man's Griffiths was out here. It was like, yo, I'm not letting none of my people die.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
It was like, yo,
I don't think the song was about pimping
there?
himself out though.
Oh yeah, but still.
I thought he was gonna say something noble, like, yeah, I kind of did that just to save. I made an agreement with like with the guy. He let all the kids go, and
Bro,
he,
I thought he was just when they found out about the kids, I thought he was just gonna kill him. Like that's what I thought was gonna happen.
Now, Justin, you don't think that like what he did was noble though? Because he said he all did it for his quote unquote dream, bro. This is what
it
this is
definitely
what you know what I'm saying, based off of what he described it as, you know what I'm saying? Something that is forging a man's life or bringing suffering upon it. And it's just bringing everything full circle. Like, yo, what Casca said in regards to like him having this dream of like, you know, making the Band of the Hawk as successful as it eventually like got to be. And basically how like he oftentimes you gotta hurt yourself in order to not necessarily hurt yourself. It was something along the lines of he's carrying such a large burden that in the process he's gonna end up hurting himself and doing things to put forth the people. It's like you gotta admit that's kind of admirable, bro.
Yo, JT, who's your favorite sports writer? Or like someone you look up to in the industry?
I like Mark J. Spears.
All right, would you take it in the butt one time to be Mark to have Mark J. Spears' career?
Oh hell no!
Nah. wait. Time out. I wasn't looking at the screen, so I heard the noise, and I was like, "Wait, did Craig just stop recording and start recording? What's going on here?" Yeah, no, that's a big negatory there, John. Because yeah, nah, it's a lot of responsibility that I'm not ready to accept yet. His career, but I'll grow into it. But no, Miles, I think it is.
You gotta take smaller ones to work your way up to such a big goal.
I don't like how this is going. I'll turn this conversation upside down if you really want.
Steps.
If you really want, I'll take it to another level. But anyway,
yo, let's go.
Miles, what I was saying is it is noble for what, like, I understand why he did it. He's like, I gotta take one for the team, literally and figuratively. So that my people don't die. And I think if he never maybe that's how he, like, it just forges him as a leader. Him seeing the kid die, he's like,
somebody suck that baby's dick. Somebody suck that Shout out to Cuba.
Cuba is so wild for that. No. Oh my god. Yo,
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Son. No, but it's like I understand, like, but I kind of figured when Casca was telling that part of the story, I was gonna see what type of leader or what morals Griffith had, because she said, yeah, we were in a dispute, or like we had an agreement with this noble who did unnoble things. Like he had mad money, but he was a pedophile. So I thought it was gonna go on a tangent.
Never heard that word before.
Yo, me neither. SAT words right there. But I was trying to see, like, all right, where does Griffith's moral lie? Is he just gonna be accepting of the money and stuff, and like kind of he knows that these kids are in trouble, or what's going on? But man, look, he was out here on that balcony, whoo, buddy, feeling the breeze between his knees. So
Casca's like, maybe I saw it wrong. You were out here to discuss strategy. He went, nope.
Yeah.
That's not what happened at all.
What you talking about? I'm out there. It is 2:30 a.m. and I am shirtless.
Well, someone's like, what you doing here? Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon.
Oh hell to the no. Y'all is on one tonight, but honestly, Griffith was really on one too. So
he was on one.
Yeah, he was.
Just gonna keep doing it.
My son. Wait, what was he awarded as by the royal court? They gave him a
power bottom.
No. Like, what
Huh?
did they knighted
You
him?
didn't even pick up on it.
Oh my God.
First off,
You just glazed over that.
Griff is a twink.
Glazed.
We all know this. Ain't no goddamn
you
way.
said glazed or grazed? It sounded like you said glazed.
I said
yeah,
glazed.
that- John, you're on one tonight too. They made him a knight or they made him a count.
Both.
Yeah.
He was a knight and
Oh,
then
It
he
was
became
a
a
night on
count.
account.
I don't know if y'all ever saw the Pastor Wilson video, but my son Count Griffin was out here doing the Lord's work.
Oh man. Lord,
Oh no.
First, he really turned this upside down. Boom. Gay relationship. Griffith and Guts. See? Now we're really getting weird.
Yo, honestly,
It's not
I
far
wouldn't be
fetched.
that surprised.
I'm
It's
just
not,
saying.
'cause
That's what
apparently
that's
that was a
what
thing they would do in older animes too. A lot of older ones, they would not even just that, but sometimes they would be like a random trans character you wouldn't expect, or just a random trans character where it's just like, oh yeah,
random trans characters in
Yeah, or-
this day, like Felix.
No, I'm saying yeah, but I'm saying that's been like a thing in animes. Because me and my boys were talking about this older one called Gungrave, and they were like, oh, there actually was like a character that happened to be like trans, or even when they have super feminine male characters and like older cartoons and stuff like that, like it's always kind of been a thing. But I think it's interesting that they're not as feminine. But maybe this is the twist that my friend was like, is this what you can expect? Shout out to Gant. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, but maybe this is what Casco. Ow. Maybe I still think my money's still on something bad happening to Griffith, or just Griffith marrying the princess and losing all his motivation, and Guts and Casca ending up together.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very scared to see what happens when Griffith loses his ambition, because something is gonna happen. I mean, I know it is, because when Nosferatu pulled up and he warned Guts of what's gonna happen when Griffith loses his ambition, I'm just very interested. My son might, marry the princess and shit might go left. Banner the Hulk might disband, and you don't know.
Oh
Shit
no,
might be
Pippin.
different, man.
Oh no.
Mercenaries, man.
And look, I'm just saying, this guy Guts is out here with like 28-inch pythons biceps. Like, it don't even make no
Oh
sense,
my
like just how
God.
like big this guy is compared to every like other characters. Because like like you have like the
Bro, I'm
Juggernaut
just like,
characters.
yeah. I'm so glad you think he's a Juggernaut too, because I have no idea what his name is, and every time I see him, I'm just gonna call him the Juggernaut.
Wait, for who?
The Juggernaut character.
Where?
I don't know what his name is.
In the Band of the Hawks?
Yeah.
That's Pippin.
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah, the
Pippin.
big dude. Yeah, that's Pippin.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Pippin.
I'm just calling him that shit because they got the same helmet. It's
Like
the
he
Juggernaut,
looks
bitch.
big. Like you can tell, like the way he's drawn. All right, he's an imposing character. Guts really doesn't look. He just looks mad ox, but he doesn't look imposing until he's next to like other characters, and you're just like,
Or he's
damn,
shirtless.
yeah. It was like, yo, like
Oh, Gus really out here,
I
bro.
was like, first of all, Guts, how you out here getting beat up by Casco? You're at least 320 solid. She's probably 130. How you out here getting washed like this? This is crazy.
He did not get washed. He ate that shit and was just like, why would you do this? I saved your life.
That knife to the face. Oh man.
Nah, my son Gus was fed up. But now he's like, oh, I understand why you hate me now.
Hey, it's the hate. It's the hate.
Oh my God.
Sex be hitting.
All right, hold on. You guys ready for this?
Yep.
This is unrelated to Anime Book Club, but this is a tweet I just saw from a Mavs highlight account. Quoted this from a stats account.
Right.
Since Thanksgiving, the Wolves with Karl Anthony Towns are 0-16 with 120.9 defensive rating. There's an asterisk there. The Wolves without Karl Anthony Towns are 5-15 with an 105.5 defensive rating. And to go back to the asterisk, that would be the worst single season defensive rating in the 3-point era.
Wow. That's really bad.
But this man's talking about the best players aren't in the All-Star game, huh?
It's unfortunate. You hate to see it.
Wild.
I back to this man Griffith out here taking back shots worse than Pinky in her prime.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Wow.
Oh my God. That's a soundbite right there if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You damn sure right.
Man,
Yo, you're
nope.
gonna make the listeners, if they haven't watched, they're gonna think this show is really wild. Like it wasn't like a 2-second implied clip.
I was about to
Like
say, like we're literally a week removed from it being 3 boring ass episodes.
yo, we're like 6 degrees of separation away from this being a tutorial.
I thought we were gonna get one, to be honest, in the cave.
Me too. But sis, red light.
I thought it was gonna be the hate sex.
Consent, man. Consent.
Yeah, no, you gotta have that. That's very
This
important.
is our period. First time our period. That's a lot.
Shark Week. So,
Shark Week.
Wait, what was going on over there?
Oh no, it was just the Jimmy Butler clip.
Oh man. But yeah, Griffith, man. Casket just puts way too much stock into Griffith. And I understand. I totally understand. He saved her life as a kid, but I don't know.
Not only that, he didn't just save her life. He taught her what it meant to fight, which is bigger than just teaching someone to fight.
Actually, he made her save her own life.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I'm not going to help you. Here's a sword.
He went, she's like, fighting means to protect something that you hold dear. He taught her what it meant to fight, not just how to fight.
I thought that's
deep,
out of it.
That's some real shit, bro.
I thought she was going to protect her like virginity or something like that. But yeah, I think we're done with the grinder episode of
Yo, you're really wilding.
The grinder.
It's my fault. It's my fault. So it's my fault now that this anime decided to have Griffith out here at 2:45 a.m. The wind lightly bristling his hair and freaking what do you call it? A fatter, slobbier version of Seth Rogen coming up from behind him and caressing his shoulder. That's my fault, Rogen, right? Though? I don't know. I couldn't think of any like sloppy fat white. Oh no, they had freaking Michael Moore out here coming caressing his shoulder, but sans the baseball cap, but with a beard. That's my fault, though. I'm like I say all the time on Twitter.
The whole scene took like 3 seconds.
I don't make the news. I don't make the news. I report it.
It was 3 seconds too long because I really had to run it back a few times. Like, yo, what's going on here?
And thus the plot thickens.
Yes. Oh, it was thick, all right.
Or should I say widen?
Y'all, it's been real.
At least there's no wait, Tom. Wait, I got one more.
No. Oh my god.
Go ahead.
At least there's not a gape. The one thing you know, there's not a gaping hole in the plot, but there is a gaping hole in here.
You didn't even need to add the end part. Just like that.
This show got no holes in the plot, but it got holes other places. That's what I'm gonna say. But
it's a good thing that I'm so comfortable with my sexuality. But unfortunately, some of our illicit. You know what? Fuck it. Good night, y'all. I'm not doing this no more.
Oh no,
I'm not doing this.
This doesn't have to go. John can easily cut this. Like we can.
Shit. That's probably not gonna happen, bro. This shit is entertaining as hell.
Oh, he's gonna get us all out the paint.
Nah. Like again, we have no issue with what's going on. We're just making light of the situation.
I'm cracking all the jokes, man.
The jokes are there.
First of all, Casca out here not getting no type of action
out here, man. It's the flagrancy.
It'll be rough for the Totally Spies great grandmother.
Bro, Princess Charlotte about to get some before Casca. Casca gonna have to settle for guts, bro. And them listen. Guts is
the Noble got some before Casca. Like, come on. Everybody getting a piece of Griffith except for Casca.
Everyone getting a piece of Griffith?
So they divide.
He got the whole thing.
And they divided him up like a nice slice of marble cheesecake. This shit is crazy.
Marble cheesecake? What?
Oh, man. Miles, where are you?
I'm tuned out to majority parts of this conversation.
Okay. All right. I'm done. I'm done.
All right.
Oh boy, I'm done. All right. One last thing. It's not about Griffith though, and his Michael Moore lover. Yeah, I don't know. This Charlotte thing is very interesting to me because you're seeing as the episodes go on, her personality is growing as she gets more comfortable with
She's like
Griffith.
a child who's in love.
Yeah.
Like they
So I
said.
think she just turned 16, right? That's what her mom said. And I think even
That's
just
regular time to get married in the medieval.
crazy, right? And I think even like just her being defiant against her mom is just was a change in her personality, just hanging around Griffith.
Yep.
You know, love makes you do crazy things. I understand that, but like, no, I
Bad
think
boy Griffith.
the character development of Charlotte will be interesting, and it might play a factor in maybe like decisions her father makes, decisions that Griffith makes. You know,
Yeah. I mean, we know her father likes Griffith a lot already.
so
So
you
I
think
could see her father being like, yeah, I'm fine
pushing
with
to marry
Yeah.
Charlotte? Yeah.
Count Julius and Adonis are out of the way. So
You got them all out the paint. Is what I don't. Is it weird though? I mean, maybe I just don't understand like the hierarchy. But the mom was saying like, "Oh, you shouldn't be like, why are you giving like that commoner like a you know such a sacred piece like or and Charlotte's like, oh, it's mine. I can do whatever I want. But like, if he's such a
Shut up,
respect,
Mom.
shouldn't he have more? I guess status. I thought he had higher status. Like he's like a whole
He has
count
the
and a
only reason
knight.
he has the status is because the king fucks with him. But part of the reason, and that's part of the reason why Julius never liked him, is the fact that he's not from noble birth, and that's a common thing, especially in like
that kind of environment.
hierarchical cultures and stuff like that. Like that's normal. That's why not everyone who is part of the what are they called?
Band of Hawks.
No, not the Band of Hawks. The court.
Family?
The court. Yeah, not everyone in the court fucked with him because of that. They're like, "Yo, who's this newbie? He's from common birth, like all that shit."
He's out here winning the war for you guys.
My son is new money, and they not fucking with it.
It's like, yo, y'all better be grateful because y'all would have been getting swept in 4 if it wasn't for Griffith, man.
They would have got.
My son Griffin needs to knock him up real quick. They would have got shafted. Oh my god, yo, this is terrible. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Wow.
It's mad funny. Like I can only imagine if we were recording together, Maz would probably have just got up and left the room.
Bro, we gotta record together, bro.
Oh man, this shit was funny. All right, but yeah, I wonder if they do marry, if Charlotte and Griffith hypothetically marry, how that affects the Band of Hawks. If they would disband, if they would just become a part of the Royal Army, like officially.
You're technically a part of the army right now because he's a whole count.
Are they part of the army, or are they just like kind of like the side? Like
no, once he became I think once he became a knight, they were acknowledged as part of the army, and that's why people were like, "Yo, what are these mercenaries doing as part of the army?" Like da da da. And then once when he became a count, it was like there's nothing they can do.
That makes sense. I think Guts is ever gonna get caught or get suspicious. The only person I suspect, well, I guess nobody knows that it's Guts, but do you think he'll ever get caught or somebody will find out that he was responsible for the deaths?
No, I think
not unless Griffith blows it up and needs to like use
him as a scapegoat.
Right. Be like, oh, I think Guts did it. But then again, I don't know. Because I think
stab him in the back.
Yeah, it's possible, but predictable. Possible but predictable. Let's go with that.
He didn't catch that one.
Oh my god, you're just stabbing him in the back.
John is on his
John is on one, bro.
John is John is like Swedish Taboo. He is in rare form. Oh my goodness.
So what do you guys think is gonna happen next?
Oh man.
Okay. Honestly, I think they're gonna get found by. They'll make their way back to the camp or wherever they are. Like find.
You think they make it? So you think they make it safely?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they put their differences aside just for the moment to make their way back.
And then they bond on the journey back.
I could see that. Cask or Griffith may share a little bit about himself. It's not Griffith. Guts might share a little bit about himself, and then I don't know. I think we just continue fighting because the battle's still going on. Apparently,
I'm with you on that, man. And Griff is changing. We're seeing him change.
That's my thing. I think Griff is about to change up completely because we just saw a completely different side of him from the past few episodes. So that's my prediction.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Is chasing some poem right now, making him switch up. I'm very curious as to what's gonna happen. I thought Guts wasn't gonna be able to handle it, and I was like, maybe he's gonna get found out. And but hey, man, I was almost out, and the show reeled me back in.
Yeah, it was episode 13 was a turning point, man. Or what was it? Episode 10? 10.
Episode 13. I was like, we didn't even get to 13 yet, dog.
No. Episode 10.
Yeah, I'm excited for these next couple episodes, man. If you guys are watching along with us, we're just gonna be watching another 3 episodes as we have been. So for next week, do 13, 14, and 15. So we can continue the story of Guts, and I'm not talking about Griffiths.
To end on a high note there, John. Way to end on a look at that. Aroldis Chapman coming in the bottom of the 9th to close it out. Well done, sir. Well
thank you.
John is just John. You're the real MVP tonight, man. I'm not gonna hold you.
He is.
Oh, it's not an easy job, but you know.
Yeah, it's not. But you did it.
I'm not gonna lie. When you guys were explaining your parts right before the close, I was laughing because there was mad times I could have just been like, oh yeah. I think something about like changing. We're seeing the change.
I thought about it too.
The other guy saw the change too.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Anything else, guys?
Oh man, y'all know my body, man. It's funny because I told y'all that the Chiefs was gonna win 34-24, and shout out my son Aaron Boone for predicting the score of the game correctly. Man, he really was on some shit with that. But as always, y'all do y'all thing. Y'all have a good week, and excited to talk NBA and ABC for the next few weeks since there's no more football, guys.
Yeah. Follow Saratoga Sports everywhere. We'll be coming back next week, Thursday as usual. And you can do anything you put your mind to. And in a pinch, spit makes good loop.
For sure.
Right. Well, that was something. You guys already know what the deal is. Follow me, J_Thomas_24. As always, tip your bartenders. Don't tip your strippers because you're already paying their fee, and as it is.
No, tip your sex workers too.
Yeah, do that.
The sex workers, not the strippers. You got
a stripper.
Oh, they count as sex, but they're not
uncultured swine.
Yes,
but they're not giving sex. They're just dancing. That counts as a sex worker. That's crazy.
Justin only been to the old white girl strip clubs and shit.
It's not true. I went to Delilah's that one time.
Delilah's?
Yeah, in Philly.
Oh, God.
That's right next to
Delilah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, right next to River Deck.
Did you ever go to Onyx though?
I did not. And I meant to because the commercials just sound so great. This Saturday, one night only, we at Onyx.
We got strippers swallowing bunny rabbits.
That's how it would be though. So that's just what's crazy. But yeah. And just remember, guys, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the butt.
Freaky.
All right. On that note, we'll catch y'all next week.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down. I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion.